Hey guys, welcome back to Snake Limited. I'm John, and today I wanted to go through my holdbacks from 2023 that I really haven't shown as much as maybe some of the other ones. I had some really nice snakes that really caught a lot of people's eyes, and I've kind of focused on them a lot, but there's a lot of other holdbacks that I have that I kind of wanted to show you guys what I have going on, what projects I'm working in, and what sort of genes that I'm trying to infuse into them. So, and I'm also going to try a new thing here, and you'll have to let me know if you feel like this works. I got to work out the kinks maybe a little bit, but I'm going to have the one camera here with the microphone that's, looking at me as I'm talking, and then I'm also going to have a second camera that I'm going to try to weave the footage into, where I'm actually showing a little more of a close-up on the snake itself. So this, I got to work out all the kinks in this, but here we go. So we'll start off here with one of the earlier hatchlings I had from the year. This is a Pastel Cinnamon Pied, 100% het ultramel. As you can see, a cinnamon in pied, it makes it a very, very, very high white snake. She just has this, the tail here and a little bit on her head, but she's beautiful. She is growing up real nice, and that is snake number one. Snake number two is a snake that probably isn't the best for this specific project, but I love how she looks. She is a Pastel Leopard, a probable OD clown, as you can see, and she's 100% het pied. She's beautiful. I love the colors on her. Her head stamp, it looks very, very soft. I don't know how else other to explain it. It's very soft, doesn't have like these hard lines on it. She's a beautiful snake. She eats like a pig. I love her to death. So I don't know if I'll breed her in the Clown Pied project, because if you know anything about lesser and pied, it usually makes an all-white snake, which really wouldn't work for a very nice Clown Pied. But that might be something I can try out. And at the very worst, roughly only half of the snake should have lesser anyways. So maybe she does get bred in a Clown Pied project, I don't know. But I love how she looks. She's a beautiful snake, and definitely won't be leaving here anytime soon. Now these two girls are actually probably some of my favorites. They're from the same sire, but from different females, dams. But they ended up proving out to be something very, very powerful. So both of these girls are OD Blade. I believe they're Pastel Leopard. I believe this girl, the bigger girl here, might be Super Blade. They're obviously clown. They're both 100% het pied, and the dad proved out to be a 100% het MJ Xanthic. So both of these females are 50% het MJ Xanthic. So to me, these girls are invaluable to me. It's once I can test for sheds on MJ, I will. They're both obviously clown, 100% het pied, but the fact that one or both of them, or maybe none of them, could be 50% het MJ Xanthic is astounding, because then I have more abilities to produce lightning Clown Pieds in the future. Plus, they have multiple genes in them, so they're not just like, pied, het clowns, pos het MJs. They have 1, 2, 3 genes in them, so they're very powerful snakes. As you can see, this girl is a beast. She is growing up very fast. They look very similar, have very similar tones. This one's just reduced a little bit, which is why I'm thinking she might be Super Blade. If you guys are, more familiar with Blade, maybe let me know. Shout out, see if you think this girl's maybe Super Blade or not. I love this project. I'm very excited, and I'm hoping they prove out het MJ. Sticking with the theme of clown, het pieds, pos het MJs, we have these two snakes here, which are, again, astounding. Same sire, different. These are from the same clutch, different than the other two. Or no, maybe not. Maybe they are from the same as the younger one. But these ones have Mojave, which I also think is very important when trying to work into Clown Pied or Lightning Clown Pied. This girl here is a Pastel Mojave clown, and the boy here, I'm not 100% sure on. I know he's Pastel Mojave and some combination of OD and or Blade. He's the reason why I let go some of my older snakes from the Lightning Pied project, and because I've produced so many of these snakes this year that have potential to be Lightning Clown Pied. But they're killer snakes. I love the way Mojave looks in clown, and I'm hoping it looks that well in Lightning Clown Pied as well. This male, to me, though, is just super unique. I was not able to find anything exactly like this male anywhere on Morph Market, so to me, that signaled that he needed to be something that stayed here and works back into this project. I can only hope that he proves out to be 100% ahead of MJ like his dad, because he lets me attack the project from a different angle, because he's a visual clown het pied, whereas the dad is a visual pied het clown. But he's just a very unique snake, very cool looking. He also adds Mojave into the mix too, which the dad doesn't have. So very cool snakes. Very bright future for the Lightning Clown Pied project here. Now, one of these two snakes is one of my top 5, top 10 holdbacks for the year, just off of looks alone. But I haven't really shown his sister, which is a very similar snake in terms of genetics. So unfortunately, he's in shed, so I'm not even going to really focus on him. This is that really cool snake that kind of popped out of the egg, and I had no idea what was going on there. Very cool pattern. I'm thinking it might be that Dinker gene that Ozzy has going around, because the sire was from Ozzy. Also, some potential to be a bunch of hidden genes in any of these combinations. But as you can see, this male here on your, well, right here, the one that's in shed, looks very similar to this female, which I also had held back. They're both 100% het pied and ultramel. And because I don't think the sire was ID'd properly, and I'm thinking there was something else extra in the female, I don't know exactly what these IDs are. There is absolutely some combination of Orange Dream, Leopard, Yellow Belly, Enchi, Fire. There's possible supers in here, Pastel as well. So there could be 3, 4, 5, 6 codoms in these snakes. I don't really know until I really prove them out, because again, there's nothing like this male that I've seen, and this female's also pretty unique as well. Either way, really cool snakes. Hoping maybe this Dinker gene that Ozzy has floating around proves out to be something, because if it does, maybe these two actually fit into that project. And here are some of my other females from my Ultra Pied project. They're all obviously pied. They're also all 100% het ultramel. This girl here in the end is one of the older ones. She's in shed, obviously. I believe she's just an ODYB. Let me see her head. I forget. Possibly Pastel there as well. I can't tell with her shed. 100% het ultramel. And these two girls right here actually came out of the same clutch as those last two snakes I showed. I actually kept, this was like a 10 egg clutch, and I kept the majority of them because they were all so unique, and there were so many genetics in play that I ended up keeping the majority of them. Unfortunately, it looks like this one got in a little battle with her prey recently. But they're beautiful snakes. I can't wait for this project. I have so many Ultra Pied project snakes that I held back from this year that, the possibilities are endless. I really can't imagine what I'm going to be producing out of these females in a couple years. Especially if I end up I'll probably end up buying a male at some point that fits into this project that has some different genes to introduce to what I have going on here. And now we're back into the Clown Pied project. These are only Clown Pieds, nothing else going on here. These are all 3 females. They're all obviously clowns. They're obviously all pied. I believe this one's a Pastel OD Batman over here on this side, if I can coax her out of here. Eating very well. This one over here, I believe, is a Pastel Spot Nose Yellow Belly. And this one is, I believe, an OD Leo. Potential that there's Batman here. It's just about the pastel, but I'm not 100% sure. But they're all 100% het pied. Again, Spot Nose is sort of like lesser in pied, where it produces a very high white or all white snake. I'll probably end up pairing these in the Clown Pied project anyways, because of how many other genes they have going on, and hoping that I don't hit any all white or high white snakes. But they're growing very fast. I'm very happy with that. I have another one that's deeper in shed than this one, so I'm not showing her, but I mean, there's tons of possibilities with these girls. And then with some of the males that I picked up, the ability to work in a bunch of extra genes is even better. So very happy with these girls, especially because they're packing on weight and eating every single week. These are two more girls in the Ultra Pied project, but instead of being pied het ultramel, they're ultramel het pied. Unfortunately, this one over here is in shed, but the better looking snake is this one over here anyways. So I don't know again exactly what she is. I was not able to pull anything up on Morph Market that was a very even similar ID to her. So this is from the male that kind of has genetics I don't completely know yet. He was sold to me as OD Leopard Firefly, Ultramel het pied. I've proven out he's also yellow belly. Ozzy also thought he was possibly Enchi, so I don't know exactly what the ID is, but it was bred to just a plain het ultramel female. So, you know, I know that whatever genetics are in here are basically all coming from the male. But she's extremely powerful. I have several ultramel females, and she's probably the best looking one. She might even be the best looking ultramel I have, period. And at this point, I believe she's probably about 6 months old and is keeping these colors very well. And as King Asa would say, look at those purple tones. All right, now we're walking into the DG Pied project. I got lucky, actually. I only had one clutch that I produced this year in DG Pieds. It was a YB Lemon Blast Pied Het DG bred to a Pastel DG. And I believe these two are DGs. It's very hard to tell. I think she is for sure. I'm on the fence about her. She obviously is. She's a Super Pastel DG Het pied. I believe she's a, let's see this head. I believe she might be a YB Pinstripe DG Het pied. And obviously this is Pinstripe. I don't know if this is DG or not, but either way, if it isn't, it's, you know, Het DG, Het pied. But three powerful females. I love Pinstripe. I love my Pinstripe in pieds, and I'm hoping it works really well in the DG Pied project. But I kind of got a late start into the whole DG game to begin with. So having three holdback females in this project is very important for me. And working some extra, not a bunch of genes, but working a few more genes into the project are going to be helpful for me in the long run. Now, I haven't really done a proper ID on these snakes because they hatched out in a time of the year where I was extremely busy, and I kind of just threw them in the rack and took care of them, but never really spent a whole lot of time IDing them. But this is a really cool project that I've produced some awesome visual hypopieds from. So this is my Blackhead Leopard Mojave triple het black axanthic hypopied male that was bred to a super Enchi hypo female. So they're obviously all Enchi. These two are, I believe, hypo. This one might be hypo too. It's very, very hard with, I think, the blackhead and the darker colors in there for me to kind of figure out hypo. The next shed it has, I'm going to see if it's clear or not to see if it is a hypo or not. But they are, I have a couple males here and a female. I'm waiting to shed test for black axanthic to see if I can prove out what I have there, as well as some like the hypopieds that I produced to see if they're black axanthic, to kind of push that project forward. But I love the way this snake looks. It's just kind of an awesome, he's spicy too. Just awesome color tones, the way that those dark saddles jut in there because of the blackhead. But these really make really cool colors. They almost kind of look ultramel with what hypo does with that Enchi mixed in there. Beautiful snakes. Very excited about this project. I have a ton of stuff in the black axanthic hypopied project that I'm working on. And I'm going to end here on a snake that wasn't in my first top holdback video for 2023 because it wasn't born yet. But now that it's here, it will be in that video. So, and I haven't really showed her off a lot yet, and I'm lucky it is a her. It is a she. This is beautiful lightning pied here. That is 66% het clown. She's beautiful. She proved out MJ Axanthic in my male. She is super feisty. She actually, if you saw the video where I introduced her, is the one snake. I think she actually tried to bite me or did bite me in that video. She is basically the one snake that I gotta watch out every time I open up her tub. But that's also a good thing because that means she is eating every week. Doesn't give me any trouble. And she's very powerful. I'm gonna shed test her for clown. I will do that using Gray Rider Reptiles, so if you don't do your shed testing through anybody yet, check him out. He's awesome. But I'll shed test for Clown to prove that out. Hopefully it does prove out, because then she'll be a double recessive, MJ, Xanthic, and Pied, and she will have, obviously, het for Clown as well. But she's kind of like if she turns out to be het Clown, she'll be like kind of like the prized possession from this year, in my opinion, because she's a female. A lot of the powerhouses that I produce this year end up being males, which is good and bad, because I can get them in the breeding rotation sooner, but I needed females, which is what my issue was. I have some powerhouse males that I've been breeding, but I didn't have powerhouse females. So that's what I've been trying to do this year. Hopefully she proves out and some of these other females prove out in the Lightning Clown Pied project, so I can kind of give that a whole big boost. But those are all of the snakes that were probably outside of the top 10 in my best holdbacks for 2023, but still amazing animals and are still going to be pushing my projects forward. Very excited about what is in store for 2024. We're going to be there in a week here at this point. And I appreciate you guys tuning in all year. And we have big things coming in 2024. Please stay tuned. Please leave a like down below and subscribe if you haven't yet. And we'll see you next time.